When co-stars clash, Hollywood's perfect princess isn't holding back. For months, rumors swirled about tension behind the scenes of Disney's much-hyped Snow White live-action remake. Now, with the film flopping spectacularly, Gal Gadot, who played the evil queen, is finally breaking her silence. And what she has to say about Rachel Zegler's behavior on set has everyone talking. Was it diva behavior, creative differences, or something much deeper? Stay tuned, because this isn't just about a failed movie. It's about reputations, respect, and a brutal Hollywood reality check. The story has exposed the fragile facade of Hollywood friendships. And now, both careers hang in the balance. Snow White's fall from grace. Disney had big plans for their live-action Snow White remake. With Rachel Zegler in the lead and Gal Gadot as the iconic evil queen, expectations were sky high. But what was supposed to be a box office juggernaut turned into a shocking disaster, plagued by bad press, fan backlash, and lukewarm reviews. Critics pointed to awkward interviews, bizarre promotional choices, and tension between the film's stars. Instead of a fairy tale success, Snow White became a cautionary tale. In the fallout, it's still sending shockwaves through Hollywood. Industry insiders are calling it one of Disney's biggest live-action failures, and many are asking, who's really to blame? Rachel Zegler's reputation takes a hit. Rachel Zegler's charm once captivated Hollywood. But in the lead-up to Snow White, a series of controversial interviews started raising eyebrows. Comments perceived as dismissive of the original film's legacy alienated longtime fans. Rachel's statements about rewriting the classic princess narrative didn't sit well with traditionalists. Online backlash was swift and brutal, with critics labeling her arrogant and disrespectful. Instead of generating excitement, Rachel seemed to be fueling resentment. Suddenly, the internet turned from praising her talent to dissecting her every word. It was a rapid fall from grace, and the timing couldn't have been worse. Gal Gadot's silence until now. Throughout the chaos, Gal Gadot maintained a graceful silence. Known for her professionalism and diplomatic demeanor, she stayed out of the fray. Until now. With the film officially declared a flop, Gal has decided it's time to set the record straight. Sources close to the actress say she felt it was important to address the swirling rumors. After all, her own reputation is one of grace and composure, qualities that were reportedly tested on set. And what she revealed? It wasn't pretty. Her carefully chosen words are sparking bigger questions about Rachel's future. And the truth behind the glossy red carpet photos is more complicated than fans realized. Behind-the-scenes tension revealed. According to insiders, the working relationship between Gal and Rachel was strained from the start. While Gal reportedly approached the project with humility and respect for the original material, Rachel had different ideas. Sources claim Rachel often clashed with directors and crew, insisting on last-minute script changes and extended breaks. Gal, ever the consummate professional, kept her frustrations private until now. In private conversations, she reportedly described the set as chaotic and challenging. While she never named names directly, the implication was clear. Set insiders described a divided cast and crew atmosphere. It wasn't the fairy tale working environment Disney had hoped for. Gal's candid comments. In a recent interview, Gal subtly but pointedly addressed the rumored tensions. Without mentioning Rachel by name, she spoke about the importance of humility and collaboration in a successful production. When you're part of a team, it's about respect for the story, for the crew, and for each other, Gal said. Fans and insiders alike interpreted the comments as a clear reference to her experience on Snow White. Gal's tone was calm but firm, a masterclass in how to speak volumes without saying too much. And the message was unmistakable. Ego has no place on a film set. In a town where whispers can end careers, Gal's words echoed loudly. Respect, she implied, is non-negotiable if you want to succeed. Fans react to Gal's revelation. As Gal's comments made their rounds, fans were quick to respond. Many praised her for her class and professionalism, contrasting it with Rachel's increasingly problematic public image. #TeamGal quickly trended on Twitter, with supporters praising her for subtly standing up for traditional Hollywood values. Others criticized Rachel for what they saw as her dismissive attitude and lack of gratitude for the opportunity. It wasn't just about one movie. It became a debate about celebrity culture, entitlement, and the pressures of young fame. In Gal's words, we reignited a conversation that wasn't going away anytime soon. Rachel's response, silence or strategy? So far, Rachel Zegler has remained silent. No official statements, no cryptic tweets, no carefully worded apologies. Her silence is being interpreted in two ways: damage control or defiance. Is she waiting for the backlash to die down, or is she refusing to acknowledge the criticism altogether? In the court of public opinion, silence can be just as damning as a misstep. And with Gal Gadot's words still fresh, Rachel's next move will be crucial. Insiders say Rachel's team is weighing options carefully, but the longer she stays quiet, the harder it will be to regain control of the narrative. Hollywood weighs in. Behind closed doors, the industry is buzzing. Executives and insiders are reportedly rethinking Rachel's marketability after the Snow White disaster. Some insiders speculate that future casting decisions could be influenced by the drama. Gal Gadot, meanwhile, is being praised for her grace under pressure. Producers value professionalism, and Gal's reputation for being easy to work with only solidified her standing. In Hollywood, image is everything, and Rachel's carefully crafted one is in serious jeopardy. Other rising stars are reportedly being eyed for roles that were once Rachel's for the taking. And casting directors are taking careful notes. The bigger picture, a lesson in humility. This controversy highlights a larger issue in modern celebrity culture. Fame today comes fast, but maintaining it requires more than talent. Humility, respect, and gratitude are just as important as box office numbers and critical acclaim. Gal Gadot's approach, quiet professionalism, contrasts sharply with the new wave of celebrities who sometimes seem entitled and ungrateful. In the battle for long-term success, character matters. And Hollywood, as forgiving as it can be, has a long memory when it comes to bad behavior. Fans may forget a bad movie, but they rarely forget a bad attitude. And Rachel's biggest challenge now is winning back the public's trust. Final thoughts: fairy tale or cautionary tale? Gal Gadot's subtle but powerful comments have shone a light on what went wrong with Snow White. Behind the glitter and glamour, real tensions were brewing, and now they're impossible to ignore. Was Rachel Zegler a victim of her own hubris, or simply a young star overwhelmed by pressure? Either way, the damage has been done. For Gal, this chapter only reinforces her image as Hollywood's class act. For Rachel, it's a wake-up call, and perhaps a second chance to rethink how she navigates the treacherous waters of fame. In the end, this wasn't the fairy tale ending Disney hoped for. But for everyone watching, it's a story with a very real, very modern moral. In Hollywood, reputations are fragile, and respect is everything. Do you think Gal Gadot's comments were justified? Is Rachel Zegler being unfairly criticized, or facing the consequences of her own choices? Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest celebrity showdowns. Because in today's world, one bad attitude can be the villain of your own story. Stay tuned. The drama behind the scenes is just getting started. And Hollywood? It never forgets who plays the villain, even off screen.